very warm welcome. Another rant participating on the channel. Over to you, the corrupt bastards at FIA. Wow. Max receives community service for swearing in a press conference. Yes, we're actually doing a video about swearing. Ironic. In the Thursday press conference, Max was asked about Baku, and he said the car was fucked. Tom Clarkson then comes out with a soft shit. Oh, apologies for the language. Apology if anyone was offended by the language. Max responds, we're not 5 years old. Everyone swears. Kids growing up are gonna swear. It's a nonsense. It's a waste of time, resources, and effort. The FIA, the stewards, and Mohammed Ben Salam, I don't know how you say his name. He is a corrupt bastard, and that's the only way you can put it. He's a fraud. He's also come out and said, we need to cut out the swearing. We're not rappers. We don't need to drop F-bombs every 5 seconds, which Lewis Hamilton basically called him a racist. So, interesting. The drivers have defended Max on this one, and rightfully so. Sensibility prevails, because this is a nonsense penalty. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. Look at the time, resources wasted. 13 minutes spent giving Max a community service day for swearing in a press conference. That could be put to improving the racing, getting the drivers together to do something much better. What a waste of time, effort. I mean, to get community service, it shouldn't even be like anything. He swore in the press conference, get over it. I mean, it's absolutely bullshit at the highest level. And Max, as Max does, gets after qualifying, gives short answers. How was you qualifying? Good. I mean, this is what you get. Max is the only one that will call it as it is. I like to do that on my YouTube because you got to have competition there. But Max is the only driver that will say it how he sees it. We miss the likes of Sebastian Vettel for that. But yeah, Max is the only one right now that will call it as he sees it, and you're punishing him. So well done. And he's already said, if you're going to punish me for that, I'll be leaving F1 sooner rather than later. It's a bullshit penalty, a farcical penalty, a comical penalty. And I'm sure there'll be some brown nose on the comments. Oh, I've never sweared in my life. I go to church on Sundays. Get out of here, man. Community service, Max punished for swearing. Max said his car was fucked. And of course, Tom Clarkson has to apologise for the language. Honestly, if you don't like the language, fuck off, switch the channel and watch something else. That's what I say. Everyone swears. And if you say you don't, you're a bullshitter. My last job, I actually got binned for swearing. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. It's actually embarrassing. It's embarrassing that I even have to do a video about this. But I'm backing Max on this one. My rant about Sky F1, a lot of people said I was a Max fan. I'm not a Max fan. I respect him. And I'll call it as I see it. I'm not a Max fan. He's world class at what he does, but I'm not a Max fan. Mohammed Ben, is it Sulayem? I don't know. I don't even know. He's corrupt. He is corrupt. Look at the penalty we saw at Italy for Kevin Magnussen trying to put an overtake on Gasly. He got a 10-second penalty for it and a race ban. It's corruption. And Max now has a penalty that's not even on the track. It's in a press conference, and he's wasted his time, the steward's time, and everyone's time. And now apparently he has to go on a day of community service. It's pathetic. Lando Norris, Lewis Hamilton fired. They supported him. Lewis said, I hope Max is not going to do it. It's bullshit. But Lewis does not like this Mohammed Ben Salam, especially after his rapping comment. Drivers come out to support Max. That is good to see. But drivers are not robots. I mean, honestly, it's pathetic. We're going to get to a stage where, I mean, Thursday press conferences have literally become pointless anyway. oh, you're looking forward to the weekend. And literally, the drivers may as well be like this, reading. Yes, I am looking forward to the weekend. The car feels good. The fans are really amazing. It's a great track. I mean, literally, that's all they say. It's rinse, repeat for every driver. Pointless. Drivers are not robots. We need them to show emotion. Honestly, we need that emotion. I want to see what the drivers really feel. None of this PR, soft world shit bollocks. Say it how you see it, or not at all. And if you don't like swearing, as I say, change the fucking channel. I want to hear the drivers' views and opinions, not a load of PR bollocks. Yeah. Should not even be a warning, let alone action. Yeah, the drivers are going to have a meeting about this, and hopefully the right decision comes out where Max, basically, no action. It's a nonsense. What a waste of time, effort, resources, honestly. He is a role model. You'll get some brown nose saying he is a role model. He shouldn't be swearing. Everyone swears. Yeah, I wouldn't change Max at all. I think he's fantastic. He's box office. And like I say, he's the only driver that will say it how he sees it. Yeah, he's the only one that calls it out. He gave short answers in the press conference, and then he did more media outside of the press conference. What else we got written down? He said he was going to leave F1 a lot earlier. It's ridiculous, it's corrupt, it's embarrassing. Typical of 24. We live in a piss poor world at the minute. It really is. Honestly, I could rant for a full day about this world. I could rant a full day about the state of Formula 1. It is soft. Honestly, you cannot say boo to a goose nowadays. It is shocking. It's bullshit. It's farcical. How can you give him a penalty for saying his car's fucked? He's the one driving it. Surely he's the best to acknowledge whether his car's fucked. I mean, he's struggling big time. And people think Norris is going to win it. Max will turn it round. And it's ironic. Now, here comes the hypocritical line. You are having a go at Max for swearing. What do they promote? What do they get frothy for? Pants round your ankles job. Drive to Survive. Who's the biggest guy in Drive to Survive? Gunter Steiner. And what does Gunter Steiner do every 5 seconds? Drops an F-bomb. And yet he's literally gained famous. He's become famous for it. Daniel Ricciardo literally said, fuck Netflix, they won't put this in. So, Drive to Survive are promoting swearing, yet we're not allowed to swear in the press conference. Make it make sense, because I'm absolutely baffled. The FIA, Sulayem, I might just call him MBS. MBS, FIA, they're corrupt. They are corrupt bastards. That's the only way you say it. Yeah, he wants it all cut out, MBS. He wants the swearing off the radio. Literally go down every driver. Every driver's sworn on the radio. Yeah. Lewis Hamilton, Max, Colapinto, Albon, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Gasly, Ocon, whoever it is. Tsunoda, definitely. Yeah. And that's a good point about Yuki Tsunoda. Yuki Tsunoda called one of the stewards retards. And I believe he got a 50k fine. I mean, you can't say anything nowadays. And as much as I like Tsunoda, I would say Tsunoda calling someone a retard is a lot worse than dropping an F-bomb. But none should have a penalty. But yet, both have been punished. So, wow. Honestly. And I'm not surprised, like, Formula 1. Like, they'll end up losing fans because of it. It's pathetic. It's lost for words job. Typical of today's world. Soft. Just soft. No nuts. Can't say anything. And if you do say something, you'll literally be spanked on your ass. It's soft. It's PR. Bollocks world. I mean, say it how you see it or fuck off. That's my motto on my YouTube channel. Yeah. What a waste of time, effort, resources. What a waste. Absolute waste. It's comical. Comical. We've seen it by the FIA stewards. To give Kevin Magnussen a penalty at Italy was corruption all day long. But no one said anything because Kevin Magnussen's Danish. He's not English. And, yeah, wow. Max receives a penalty. And I'm pretty sure Nico Rosberg said Max is becoming out of order. Ridiculous. out of order my arse. Yeah. So Max said the punishment given to him by the FIA for swearing in a press conference was ridiculous. Yeah. And Max was ordered on Friday to accomplish some work of public interest. And then obviously giving short answers in the qualifying presser and the race presser. I would prefer if you ask these questions outside the room. Ridiculous. I find it ridiculous. Of course, I get a pop-up of an advert. This is 2024. This is 2024. I'm trying to read something. An advert pops. Of course it does. Of course it does. Fuck off. I find it ridiculous what happened. So why should I then give full answers? Because it's very easily, apparently, that you get a fine or some sort of penalty. So I prefer not to speak a lot, save my voice, and I can do interviews elsewhere. Ridiculous. It's just ridiculous to get a penalty for that. This is the kind of thing, for me, I think when you insult someone, that's pretty clear. I didn't even aim it at a person. Slip of the tongue moment. It's in the rules. This is not even to the stewards because they are bound to a rule book. Ridiculous. I hope the drivers come together. They have this meeting. Sense prevails. No penalty. No action. And like I say, if you don't like swearing, get out of here. Comment down below your thoughts. As I say it how you see it. Always. Thanks for the support lately. Insane. Wow, it really has been insane. I mean, that Sky F1 video went nuts.